Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Davis Martin here with you. This is a quick learning lesson on SPWR, Sunpower, all right? Most importantly, though, it's about the pattern which led to a nice win overnight, given markets are pretty choppy here as we wrap up the week. Now, solar stocks have been a really popular sector amongst traders and investors alike, all right? When you think about solar stocks, you've got some really popular names like First Solar, Canadian Solar, and then SPWR, lesser known one. But what it really boiled down to yesterday toward the end of the day when I put this trade on was the chart pattern and what was going on in the particular stocks themselves in the solar world. That if I was going to take a trade, which solar stock of the myriads out there am I going to go with? All right. And it wound up being SPWR over any of the others. I'm not going to go long, 10 solar stocks overnight or short 10 solar stocks overnight for that matter. But I did take calls on SPWR. First thing which led me to SPWR was simply unusual options activity. About 300 grand came in toward the end of the day yesterday, which was this candle right here. All right. And it also had one of the easiest to follow patterns for bullish trades for traders out there. And that's as simple as a bull flag. All right, so, and this is, again, choppy markets here as I'm speaking. We've got the NASDAQ up a little bit, the S&P down a little bit, the IWM up a little bit, the Dow down a little bit. So I'm going to draw my flagpole here for you, all right? There's step one. Now, carry it over horizontally, step two, okay? So what we need here is for this stock, after a recent leg up, with a fairly good short float given the strength in the sector. I was a little surprised to see that. About 25% short yesterday is what I saw when I put this trade on. Now, we come consolidating sideways, sideways, sideways. There's not much here other than time decay on options, all right? So not a great time to get into this stock during this little sideways phase, consolidation phase. But what really led me to be convinced to get into this play, to go ahead and make a move on it after, knowing that solar's probably a good place to go long, at least over the course of this past week, just a matter of when, was the 300 grand unusual call option sweep pouring into this one yesterday. And after having not so great of a day the day before, resuming some bullish activity, even though yesterday wasn't the nicest day in the world for markets, all right? And we caught exactly what was needed in order for this stock to work overnight. And I'll take that, all right? I had plenty of expiration time on these options. I didn't need the trade to work overnight. However, I'll take this first pop out, right? So here we go. Flagpole up, consolidation sideways. Just need that one break above. And it almost doesn't matter why. In the call options with enough expiration time, risk managed call options that is, I just know I need a pop above consolidation. Well, going from selling volume to buying volume plus a $300,000 call option sweep is probably a good place to start if that's a move you're looking to make, all right? Those are two good signs on the stock and on the call option sentiment that you might want to think about. Finally, this one stock you've been watching go sideways for a few trading sessions in a fairly choppy market, you might want to think about, all right, now's the time, all right? It's either now or I keep waiting on it or I completely write it off, all right? Love the solar sector right now, that is, and looking to make some moves on it more and more and more, all right? I didn't trade First Solar, didn't trade Canadian Solar. This is the one I went with, simple as the pattern, all right? Flagpole, consolidation, $300,000 late in the day, an unusual call option activity. Got the breakout above today, took these off nice and early, a fairly easy win overnight, all right? Just this one pattern, markets can do what they want. Keep this pattern in mind. Oftentimes, it's the easiest for newer traders or beginners to come back to when looking for bullish setups. This is a bullish setup. When you buy calls on an underlying security, you want the stock to go up. You're bullish on the stock itself, all right? So, good learning lesson here, SPWR. Bull flag, unusual options activity, strong sector. You put those three together and you've got a higher probability setup than the rest of the names out there, all right? I'm going to get back to scanning for a bunch of names like this now. But through this choppy market especially, a win is a win is a win is a win. But this one's not too shabby overnight, all right? Gotta love that. Little layup to end the week here. And if you learned anything from this video at all, good, all right? Trying to help you out here. Now, If not, stick with me. I've got a ton of video lessons to follow. Congratulations if you caught Alibaba, JP Morgan Chase, some of the other names I put on watch this week. If not, keep learning, all right? And I'll keep teaching too. It's Friday. I hope you've had a great week, and I hope you've had a fantastic trading week in general, educationally and profit loss wise. Have a fantastic weekend.